So I'm sure most of you who clicked on this video are familiar with Ludwig. He's now a popular streamer and YouTuber. He actually started on YouTube back in 2015 where he was posting Smash Bros content. Eventually he moved to Twitch where he really started gaining traction. His big breakout came with a unique subathon, a non-stop stream that lasted 31 days straight. At the time it was a totally new concept and it helped him become one of the most top streamers on the platform. But he didn't stop there. Ludwig used this momentum to land an exclusive streaming contract with YouTube, and since then he's been organizing massive streamer events like chess boxing and other crossover content that brings together the biggest English-speaking creators from both Twitch and YouTube. So combined with consistently high-quality videos across his multiple channels, Ludwig has built a huge following with his main channel now sitting at 6.7 million subscribers and a super engaged audience. So Ludwig has recently found himself in hot water after one of his friends got super drunk and embarrassed himself during an event he had organized.
See, we're not drunk, guys. Yeah, we're not drunk. But Mango, on the other hand, no. He's humping toes. No.
You were gonna give me a full shot? That's fine.
Is it like good, like we have something, or no?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay. Mango, what are you doing? Dude, Mango is what is bro? Mango, give Mango water. Look at this motherfucker.
I gave him the beer. Yep. Let him know, bro. Let him know.
Dude,
can we zoom in on that?
Stan is the worst person.
No! I've seen Mango 10 times drunker.
So the individual in these clips goes by the name Mango. He's a professional Super Smash Melee player who is considered one of the best in the game. So after these clips went viral, he later on got dropped/fired by his gaming organization Cloud9, and he also got banned from Twitch. The next day, Ludwig also made a statement about the situation and also banned him from his future events.
So I feel really bad about that, and you know, I reached out to anyone who I felt might have felt uncomfortable and talked to them. But also, and I already told Mango this, I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events. Because, like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like, the whole point of an event is, like, it's a fun thing to do, have a good-ass time. And if somebody appearing jeopardizes somebody else having a good time, that just can't be a thing. Now I see a lot of dialogue on like broader implications. I'm only worried about my team, my events, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't speak for the Melee community.
For now, this statement from Ludwig might seem reasonable since what this guy was doing was clearly inappropriate. He's also apparently a non-alcoholic who has had trouble dealing with alcohol for years. But these clips showing Ludwig encouraging him earlier during the event also went viral.
Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beers. He's a machine of a man.
He said he had 7 beers already today.
If you ask him how many beers he's had lifetime, it's probably above 10,000. He's the 2-time champion. He's never lost.
We gotta do PB! Guys, Mango just blew a .25! Mango just blew a .32.
That is my go.
Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
To be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
One day later.
I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events. Because, like, you know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like,
yeah, I guess from that I don't really need to explain how messed up this is. And it's even worse considering that this guy is apparently his long-term friend who helped him in his early days when he was still a small streamer. And you have to wonder really, like, with friends like Ludwig, you don't really need enemies. So I've actually watched Ludwig for some time now and I used to like his contents. I think he's a smart guy. He really knows how to make good content. I used to watch like mostly his second channel, Mogul Mail. Is that how you pronounce it? I think it's Mogul Mail. I liked his way of, explaining topics. The main issue I found with Ludwig, and that's what many other people find issue with him also, is that he always makes sure to have the most politically correct opinion. He curates his opinion to be the most appealing to a larger amount of people, which is not really that bad. It's actually a good way to gain more audience and become more appealing. And it works well when you are making strictly like entertainment content. But when you are outspoken as him and you speak on dramas and some issues which are not so black and white, then it becomes an issue. So coming back to this situation, before people started to criticize this guy for his behavior, Ludwig didn't say anything. He didn't really do anything during the events. I guess you can see some times in the events where he tries, to get him away from some girl he's bothering, but mostly he's not really doing anything. And remember, he was the one who was encouraging him before. You can make a case that if he didn't encourage him and cheer him up, he wouldn't have really felt comfortable doing this. He probably felt like he was the man of the hour. He felt like he was the main character, and that paired with the alcohol he had consumed, it got to his brain and he started doing whatever. So later on, after Ludwig got much criticism from being a hypocrite and throwing his friend to the wolves when the situation got inconvenient, he later addressed the situation on his next stream the next day.
There are going to be a lot more drama heads today, okay? I won't lie about it. It is what it is. But in this world, we can only control the things we can control. And I can't control my reputation. I can't control the way people feel about me. Now, I did talk to Mango, actually. I talked to Mango. He reached out. We talked a bit. And I have some thoughts and opinions that I thought about speaking. But he asked of me to not speak on it. And I think that's a fair request. He said, I want to take it on the chin. I think the drama is dying out. He's spending time with his kid. He started day one of not drinking yesterday, which is dope. And like, I think genuinely, there's a perception of Mango that people have in their mind, but they don't actually care about him. I don't think they'll be in his stream when he's back to streaming in a month or whenever it is. He was like, Tectone followed me. Who the fuck is Tectone? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very genuine pursuit of the people who speak on Mango's behalf.
So Tectone he's mentioning here is one of the many creators who called him out on his behavior.
Sorry, and I'm gonna say this again. Ludwig, you are just as at fault for what happened on that day when you invite your friend, a known alcoholic, to your party where you will know that his weaknesses, that his vices will be there, and you don't get him kind of drunk. You get him 4 times past the legal limit, double blackout drunk, near fatal levels of intoxication. You point the camera at him. You say, good job, do more. And then you don't make sure he's okay at all. The guy could have died, guys. And I think it's a joke that we're not making the proper people be accountable here.
So what he's saying is absolutely right. Ludwig needed to take accountability for what he did before. Nobody was saying that he was even responsible for the guy. The guy is even older than him. He's 33 years old with a wife. But what people just wanted to say was that he just needed to admit he had some responsibility in what happened. So this guy is one of the many creators who was calling him out, and actually it reached the point where Ludwig or his mods were banning people, were saying his name in the chat.
And I know that because I speak to Mango, because I am still friends with him. And I banned him from my events because I felt I had to, because my girlfriend and my girlfriend's best friend Maya are in my room at 2 a.m. telling me that they felt really uncomfortable at my own event. So I think a lot of people want me to take accountability. I think I said my piece on it. And I think if people don't fuck with me, that's totally chill. And if anyone in here don't fuck with me, I think that's totally chill. I actually don't mind that. I can't control that aspect. I don't need to be liked by people, but it is what it is. I think my responsibility is to just like fucking keep trudging through life, because the world keeps spinning and it doesn't stop. And like deal with Mango in a personal way, but it doesn't need to be public, especially if that's his desire, right? Especially if that's what he asks. So anyway, that's basically it. And that is what it is, bro. And I actually genuinely have no ill will towards any drama channel who makes videos. Like, I think it is a hustle. It is a career that they have made. They speak on any drama for 20 minutes and they move on. I think the actual care about the things they talk about factor is very small, but like, that's fine. You know, it's like, it's a hustle.
So here I will replay another clip from that streamer Tectone, because I think he had the best response to this.
are going to be a lot more drama heads today, okay? I won't lie about it. It is what it is. But
do you want to know why this drama is happening, Ludwig? Because you can't just say that you f***ed up and you're sorry. And it's really not that hard. Nobody wants to cancel your career. We just want to see some fucking accountability. Let me rephrase that. I don't care. Listen, Ludwig, you at your worst, you're a disingenuous piece of shit bad friend, right? That's it at your worst. I just want you to fucking shut up and try to stop painting me in a bad light because you're upset because I'm telling the truth about you.
This world, we can only control the things we can control, and I can't control my reputation. I can't control the way people...
Yes, you can, brother. But Ludwig, your problem is you only talk about things and apologize for things once they become mainstream. But if you can skirt by before anybody talks about it, you have zero accountability. You can control your reputation to a certain degree. Now, I understand some people will hate to hate, but to say that in totality that you can't control anything, it's just a fucking lie.
I don't think they'll be in his stream when he's back to streaming in a month or whenever it is.
It doesn't matter if people care about Mango or not. It doesn't matter if they're going to be in a stream or not. That's not how you judge someone's loyalty or their credibility or their kinship for one person. Having a general worry for people just because they're a common human is pretty much it. I don't need to see someone dying on the street to want to help them, but I won't help them unless they're my friend. If someone's injured in the street, I will make sure to call an ambulance for them and make sure they're taken care of, and then I will continue upon my day. That doesn't mean that I'm going to send them letters and now become best friends with them. It's just common empathy for another human. And I don't get how shit of a take it is saying, all these people who are pretending to care about Mango, they don't actually care about Mango. They're not going to watch his streams. It's not even about that. Supreme Leader, I'm going on my mission. How do I blend in with the humans? You must only take care of the people who you grow close with, ignore all non-doers. Yes, sir. Skin suit on. Hello? Can people not care for a stranger? Like, this is sociopathic levels of misunderstanding what it means to be human. I can't believe I'm having to fucking describe basic empathy to a 29-year-old man. Holy shit, what the fuck? This is psychotic.
He was messaging me, he was like, Tectone followed me. Who the fuck is Tectone? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very genuine pursuit of the people who speak on Mango's behalf.
But here's the thing, Ludwig. I don't need to know someone to want to make sure someone is okay. Do you want to know why I followed him, Ludwig? Because when I saw a guy in a room with 100 other people and not a single one of them was his friend and attempted to mitigate any of the life-ruining things that he did on camera, because he was blackout drunk, and honestly, the guy's probably a little bit weird too, I still have enough empathy and care for the common man. I was going to reach out to him and hopefully help him provide with him a therapist, maybe an easy way to talk about his issues and to get into a support program for his alcoholism. Do you want to know why that is, Ludwig? Because I have had family members who have suffered from alcoholism.
So after some few days, Ludwig would make another stream where he addressed the situation and somehow apologized.
Mods, we can chill on the bands today. I think if somebody comes in with a first-time chatter and saying get those number up, I think it's fine. I think I'm okay eating that. I ultimately had very embarrassing clips in moments, and on hindsight, it looks really bad. And I apologize for it, and I've apologized for it. But if someone wants to come in and they feel like a little bit good about themselves by putting me down, I think it's a fair punishment. Because there's not, that's fine. I'm okay doing that. That's okay. Drama frogs suck. Yeah, but we all are drama frogs, and to varying degrees. I'm bummed at how he's handling the current situation. I don't actually really understand how I can handle it better. I honestly think the biggest mistake I made is I said, if someone asked me if I feel guilty, and I said no. And I think that was my biggest mistake, was saying that. And I do regret saying that. And I was thinking, do I feel guilty about banning? But I feel guilty about the situation happening. I think that was honestly like my biggest fuck up. There's no point, I think, in like trying to appease people who aren't even in the situation, It don't really help me. It doesn't even help them. Like, I'm thinking about it from my perspective. When I get mad at someone because I'm into some drama, there's really no apology you can do. I just want to be fucking mad at him for a while and chat shit on him. So I think it's the same here. But, I think however people feel is fine. Drama leeches are annoying. I think it's fine. I think it's like, I totally understand it. I understand why it exists, and I understand why people watch it. And I have no, oh my God, this Leon is nasty. I have no desire to, I don't know, like be viewed in a more positive light, if that makes sense. I've been really back on my stoicism arc. I also think on the flip side, you do not have to be in it for the long haul. I think you should just be in it if you think what I make is something that like appeals to you, you know? And if that ever switches, then you should not watch. I think it's fine. But I also think some people talk about Mango like he's dead. He's gonna be back. Like I really hope his sobriety goes well. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be better than ever. I truly think that. Like I really, truly believe that. Like he'll be healthier. He'll be happier. Like I truly think, you know, if he's sober for like a year, he'll be leading such a better life. People talk about him like his career's over and his life is over. It's just not true. But you know, that's a time will tell and time will prove it.
I still think he's acting like a victim a little bit here, but I think this is better than nothing. At least he apologized for something. I think the main issue and the thing he should apologize for is the way he addressed the situation after it happened, how he just disavowed his friend and banned him from events like he had nothing to do with it. I think that was the main issue. If that hadn't happened, if he didn't even address it, nobody would have said a thing, because after all, this guy is old enough and he faced the consequences of his action. People were actually mad that you, who had some responsibility in encouraging him, also left him to hang. So I hope he works on this aspect of his character in the future. Like I said, I'm a big fan of him. I watch his videos. I think he's really good at what he does. And I also hope this guy Mango gets the help he needs and solve his alcohol issue. But yeah, that's about it. Consider subscribing. I'm trying, you know, to reach 1,000 subscribers. And as my good friend Ludwig said,
Dangerous.